Hey there, DK team. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to make you aware of two big changes that we've got coming down the pipeline. So first off, you might have seen a couple weeks ago, I texted about two new positions that we're going to be introducing into Kids Church, and that is our service leads and our service coordinators. Now, the long story short is that if you served in Kids Church for more than a few weeks, you already know these two positions. We've kind of already had them unspoken in the back, but we've defined them a little bit more, and so I wanted to just give you some clarity on what those positions are. So the first off is our service coordinators. Now, you probably know these as our small group coordinators. They help with a lot of things behind the scenes. So if you serve in our first service, Miss Ann is a really great example of our service coordinator. She's doing things behind the scenes, getting them together, or maybe it's Mr. Herb or Miss Heather in second service, or you've probably seen Miss Jennifer, Miss Sheila in third service. But essentially what a service coordinator does is they help make sure that everything behind the scenes is going smoothly. So while someone's up front and teaching, they're making sure that the small groups are getting ready, or whatever the next part of the service is, they're keeping things flowing there. As far as the service lead goes, they're more of the upfront person. And think of your Bible story teacher. So think of the Mr. Johns, the Mr. Shannons, or the Will Mays, or myself, or Logan and Valeria. You've seen them teaching before up front, but part of the service lead position is they're gonna be responsible for everything going forward. So when it comes to hosting, when it comes to worship, whatever it would be, they're making sure that things are going smoothly up front. And they're also, because they've been doing ministry for so long, they'll also be able to speak into some of what they see. So maybe something that could be done better for hosting, or maybe an idea or creativity, whatever it would be, they're gonna be your main people. So the idea for these service leads and service coordinators is they're gonna be over every position. So if we're looking at authority, it would be our service leads and service coordinators working hand in hand, and then we've got the rest of our positions like hosting, worship, whatever it would be. But you'll begin to see that rolled out over the next couple of months. Long story short, they'll have a clipboard with a checklist, just some things that they're looking for each service. Not much will change in the structure. Again, most of the time people are already looking to someone like a Mr. John in second service for what to do. But it'll just help us with keeping things running smoothly, making sure everything's good. And it'll give us clarity as a staff to know if something happens, who do we go to? In that way, you know, okay, this is the service lead, this is the person that I'm reporting to. So again, there'll be more details as far as each service and some specific things like that, but that's the gist of that position that I wanted to give you guys an update on, just so you're aware of what that's gonna look like rolling out. So like I said, that'll be happening over the next few months. If you have any questions or thoughts, you can feel free to send them my way. I'll be more than happy to help with that. And the second announcement, and this is a big one, and you may have heard, but we're going to a fourth service. So what that means for us is not too much, actually. So for our 11:30 service, things are going to be a little bit different. I've already spoken with Mr. Shannon, but the long story short is you're no longer the ending service. So most of the stuff is you'll be almost like a 10 o'clock service or an 8:30 service, where once you finish, you're preparing to set up for the next service. So this is going to be amazing. It's going to allow us to accommodate some more growth downstairs as the Lord keeps bringing people. We're pushing up above 1,500 people every weekend, which is amazing. So part of the reason why we're bringing this new service in is it's going to allow us just to reach more people. It's going to keep us from having to turn people away for lack of space, especially as we're getting ready to build that new building. We're going to have more and more people that are interested, not only in the main services, but also in the kids services, because that's going to be a kids building. So one big thing, and what that means for us and something to be considering, is that if you're already serving in a service, don't worry about being told to switch positions. My goal is with this transition that no one has to change unless they're interested. So that brings me to the second point. If you are interested in transitioning or going ahead and helping serve in that 12:30 service from where you're at now, would you please reach out to me and let me know? My goal is I'm gonna do some recruiting outside of the ministry and try and bring some people in, and I might ask one or two if they're interested, but that I don't wanna have anyone have to rotate. So if you're in the third service, don't worry. You'll be staying in the third service. If you're in the first service, don't worry. You'll be staying in that first service. My goal is simply just to go ahead and bring in some new people, see who the Lord's bringing, and then also, if anyone's interested, help them move into that 12:30 service. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. The official date that this is happening is August 18th. So whenever this video goes live, it should be somewhere in the ballpark of roughly 6 weeks or so. So I'll be doing some stuff in the meantime. Just so you guys know, the service will look the exact same. So imagine just the 11 o'clock service or the 10 o'clock service just being moved to that 12:30 slot. So it should be real simple, real easy, like I said. But again, we'll just be praying. If you would be partnering and just praying with the Lord to go ahead and bring people as we continue to grow. We're just going to continue to refine our structures, refine our systems, so that we can really honor what the Lord is bringing. And I am so excited for what the service is going to look like and all just the fun that's going to come with it. So anyways, like I said, if you just be praying, and then if you have any interest or any questions, you just reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. As always, thank you. None of this happens without you. There's no way I could run all this on my own. And so I'm just so grateful for your heart to serve. Thank you again just for all that you do. Hope you have an amazing day, a blessed week, and we will talk with you guys later. Bye.